federal government has released a sum of 50 billion naira to the Academic Staff Union of Universities, otherwise known as Asuu, and non-academic staff unions of federal universities for the settlement of earned allowances as promised by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The release was announced by the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa. This announcement was contained in a statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Education, Mrs. Folashade Boriwo, on Wednesday in Abuja. He noted that the landmark development stands as yet another testament to President Tinubu's unwavering commitment to fundamentally transform Nigeria's education sector. According to the statement, the release of the fund reflects the administration's bold resolve to transition the nation from a resource-based to a knowledge-based economy through strategic investments in education, infrastructure, and human capital. This intervention is not just a financial transaction, it is a reaffirmation of our president's belief in the capacity of Nigerian youth and the invaluable role that academic and non-academic staff play in nurturing them, Alausa stated. Applaudable, if I may say, because we recall last year the Academic Union of Universities has actually, Students Union Universities has come to Asuu, has, they've not, even the non-academic staffs has been calling for the settlement of the 50 billion naira. Eventually, the president has released the fund yesterday, and we are actually here to get your thoughts on what you make of the situation, please.
Well, it's okay. It's a good gesture. It doesn't call for announcement. It doesn't call for public.
Yes, it does. It does. Because
I'm coming.
At some point, yes, it does.
I'm coming.
Okay.
This is our political start. Let me tell you also. It's just like I'm coming. We give water to community. You are telling people that you get them water. What's their responsibility? There are things that call for noise. This is their right. It's their due. That's something that is my own. You give it to me. You begin to announce it to the people. Well, by the way, let me commend President Tinubu, for doing that. But I also use support to say that, see, they can look towards their salaries. It's very pittance. It's poor. It's poor. 50 billion naira for how many universities in Nigeria? How many lecturers? How many non-academic staff? And so on and so forth. Yes, it has tried. It's just putting a picture of soil in the ocean. They call it earned allowances. If you go it now, how much will each of them get as an allowance? So I said, in as small as schools, they should also try and raise up that standard. Because this is not even enough to give the best education you are thinking about. We are educating in a hard way in Nigeria. And I also use the opportunity to also comment on states that has added value to the university. Because I can say it here that some states that the university lecturer earn good money compared to where we are. For instance, Rivers State in that and the rest of them. So I also believe that if you must get a good food, if you want to get bad food, get a monkey. So if you must get the best, like I'm talking about development academy, blah, 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 you must pay for it. Raise money, give them money, encourage the lecturers. When you call lecturers will encourage the students. And we'll end up producing the best that is compatible anywhere in the world. I commend Tinubu for that gesture, for releasing that money to them. Probably it has been lined up. I would also thank God for one thing. I think this is the administration that has not recorded, elongated strike, academic or non-academic strike. It has always been there to address that issue before they come. I think that is a good one. Because there was sometime in the past, you and I know, that some people begin to send their people outside the country because of a distorted academic calendar. I think we should give it to Mr. President. He's doing well. When he comes to that aspect, I think I will say kudos to him. He should do more. They should look into their salaries and allowances. They should look into how to also, encourage state-of-the-art teaching facilities and aids.
Yeah, so I also wanted to get to that point. That don't you think they will also want to, still call out on this? That because this was one of the things that they listed they wanted.
What makes me, the funniest part.
So they listed other things that they also wanted the federal government to sort out.
The universities are put on the cross by their own people. Why I say so? Often, Ministers of Education have been drawn from academic. Always, just take for the past decades, if I'm not mistaken, the Minister of Education, I'm not saying Minister of State, the Ministers of Education are always drawn from the academic. Either you're a lecturer, you are aware, and each time they go there as a minister, what do they give back to the university? That is the question. The man who was there before the current minister came from Base University. So, and so on and so forth. What we are saying is that these professors or doctors in the university that are appointed ministers, what do they tell Mr. President? The president is not a spirit to know everything. Now, you are appointed, why were you made a minister from that sector of the economy? If we need to come and tell us the experience is that, so that we know the areas we can enter, we can address it. That's the problem. I think I commend this minister. You keep pushing. I as one. If I push, I go resign. Because at the end of the day, they will blame. You were there as a minister. What did you do? What did you bring back to the university? Are you getting me? So, I said Mr. President has tried so much. Whether people believe it or not, he has been able to release this money to them. And he will do more. And he has been doing. Because if it's not working, there would have been strike. Our lecturers were always on the road. There would have been strike. Now, universities are carrying out their convocation as at when due. Results are coming out. Students are graduating when they're supposed to graduate. I think it's a plus for the current administration. The reform is working, but it's with time. It cannot just happen immediately. I saw somebody say, he did this. He had the courage to remove subsidy, to do this, to do this, to do this. It's for the interest of this country. It cannot begin to work immediately, but it will take time. But I think it's beginning to show. It's beginning to show. Universities are becoming very stable. Is putting some money in the universities, and certain organizations are beginning to have the money to invest in the universities, endow shares, make donations, bring building, and donate academic teaching aids and so on and so forth. Some of them are beginning to attend conferences, overseas postgraduates and so on and so forth. I think I will say the Mr. President, current administration is trying in academic, but let him do more. Let him look into their salary per se. Their salary, something has to be done about it. If nothing else, that should be at least, if not, I didn't say extra 100%, I did 50%. If you are earning 100 naira and add another 50 naira, it's 150. It will encourage you. They have families. Things are not really easy. Academics, education should be taken serious. They should be taken serious. They should also encourage technical education. They should encourage technical education. If you cannot make this way, the university should begin to, they say entrepreneurial. How much are they working on entrepreneurial? Entrepreneurial studies that gives you skill. It's not just go to classroom and teach how to sell market. They should teach you how to hit this table. From it's a kind of special channel that will help people. When you come back, even as a graduate, you can have a skill. You can have a skill, even with your BSc, that can be skill. So I'm suggesting the education planner should put a policy or a system that while in school, you may have 2, 3, 4 months to learn skill, any kind of skill that will aid you when you come back while looking for work. Maybe you have 4 years BSc program, they can add extra 6 months or extra 1 year. That is practical work. Teach you a particular thing, a particular trade that will add to your academic certificate. That is what I would do. Or your first year of entering your GS course. I know GS course, this is as part of GS course, within 6 months or whatever, you are doing a skill work. Either graphics, use your ICT, you apply a system that can even be feeding you while in school.
So you're saying that aside the welfare of the teachers, of the lecturers, of the staff,
they should also consider
the students' welfare too. Yes. And the facilities that are also supposed to be used for most of the tertiary institutions should be provided.
Yeah, it should be provided. Well, there should be collaboration. These private institutions to private organizations, NGOs, companies that are within there that should also help these schools. Because when students are come out, they work with you, they work for you. So I think that is a good one. I congratulate Mr. President and the Minister of Education. They should do more. Okay.